Alright, so I'm back, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Mastermind Creations Night Morpher Comander. And as you can see, it's the Hearts of Steel Optimus Prime. Quick once around here. And I got the Annihilator a while ago. Just real quick, there he is. And a friend of mine, I got him from the same guy I got this guy from. Yeah, he traded me a bunch of figures for my Toy World Roar figure, and I'd say of the three, this was the one I was like least hesitant, or the most hesitant on getting. But he actually has turned into my favorite one of the three he sent me for it. So, again, thank you very much. You know who you are. So yeah, here he is in robot mode. Really cool. I really dig this mold. I know a lot of people had some issues with this mold. This particular mold seems to actually be better than the Annihilator one, which I actually really liked. But this one just seems to be better put together, I guess. I don't have quite the same problems with little side wheels, for example. His hands have a hard time staying on, but that's nothing a little super glue or floor wax won't fix. So, but yeah, he's really awesome. And I like I said, I know a lot of people had some issues with this mold when it first came out, but this must have been like the second release of him, and they must have fixed all those issues, because this guy's pretty solid. Plastic quality is a little on the cheaper end than what we're used to with Mastermind Creations these days, but still pretty good. So yeah, we'll take a look at the accessories. He's got his little lance here. He doesn't come with the sword like the Annihilator does. He just has the standard weapons. So he's got the lance, which is pretty cool. Not a huge fan. I've never been a huge fan of lances, but since you know, Hearts of Steel was kind of like a knight theme, and the Night Morpher is the name of the line. I think this works pretty well for it. Not my favorite choice of weapon, not my first choice of weapons anyway, but it does work. He also comes with his rifle, and as you can see, his hand just kind of came out there. The gun pegs into the hand better than the hand pegs into the arm. But again, nothing a little glue or something won't fix. But he does come with a gun. It's pretty nice, pretty good representation of the Optimus Prime gun. And this can fold out to make it like more gun look, but I kind of prefer this. I said that in the Annihilator video too. So he's got that. We'll set that off to the side. He's also got his shield right here. Pretty cool. Not really much to show off. It just plugs into the side of his arm, or you could plug it into his hand if you really wanted to, although that looks kind of ridiculous. Setting that off. He's got his thruster pack right here, which just kind of pegs into his back. You can just pull these out, and then this assembly here will fold down, give him less back kibble, which is pretty cool. And these things just they actually tab together, like so, for the cannon mode. Yeah, it's cool that they found a way to integrate these things both as a cannon and on his back for kind of a jetpack. It's really cool. I think a little over the top, but not to the point where it actually hinders the figure. Then he does come with the back end of the train. Down here we've got his his other hands. And these definitely are the first wave release hands, because they got the ports there. So maybe the Annihilator came with the fixes. I'm not sure. Like I said, I got these used. I don't have a package to show off either, but these are just plug into his hands like that, and that gives it a slight slant to it. And they are actually holding in there better than his just regular port hands. So, not sure what the deal is with that. And like I said, I'm not sure. Maybe the hands, and I think the head also was an updated head that came with Annihilator. Not sure. I didn't buy these things. I just got them for a trade. So, setting those off, and then down here, we also got this little doohickey here. And what this does is you can plug it in to his back or his waist piece here, like that. And you can take the lance and slide it through as a holster. And I showed all of this off with the Annihilator review too. So it's pretty much the same review as Annihilator, just different coloration. And then, of course, he's got the back end, which you can split this open. And you got a mortar right here. Or if you want to plug these together, you can make a cannon. So, however you want to do it, your choice, however you prefer. But it's cool. He's got enough options and such to make him interesting. Posability wise, his head is on a ball joint. It's a little limited going side to side and up and down. I mean, there is some movement there, but basically just makes it really free to spin all the way around. The little panel that's on kind of rotates, so you can get a little bit more up and down, but not really. This arm, it's on a swivel, goes all the way around. It's got a little up and down here at the shoulder pin, but then it also does move all the way up and down here. There is a bicep swivel, double hinged elbows. The hands don't really do anything. Waist swivels. Legs can go all the way up. You do have to try and move the skirting out of the way, because it does get caught. But the legs do go up, they go back, they go in, they go out, or out and in. Swivel at the thigh, bends at the knee, foot is on an ankle tilt, and does rock kind of back and forth. It does get caught up with the kibble. And then the chest does open up to reveal a little matrix right there. So, again, it's like just typical Mastermind creations, just very, very good attention to detail with this figure. So let's get him into vehicle mode. So the first thing you want to do is let's get the trailer back the way it was supposed to be. So you flip it over, and you can take the this piece here, and there's all these ports down here that you can just plug stuff into. So just plug it in, plug in the hand, plug in the hand. Just gonna get those out of the way. So then you want to take the lance here. You push this piece in and take that apart, and there's this little black piece that serves absolutely no purpose, as opposed to, or no purpose whatsoever, except you can take it and plug it into the tip of the barrel, but it doesn't really stay on there, so it doesn't do a whole lot of good because of that. The idea is just to keep that thin piece of the lance inside there. And you take it, and you'll just take this and plug it in right there. Then you can take this piece here, take the bigger end, and then it slides over that. Covers that all up. Take this, there's a port here, and then there's a little nub right there. And on the barrel here, you can see the plug will go in there, and that little nub will go onto the top section. As long as you don't drop it. Like so. Fold this down. This piece will come up. Then you can take the shield and you fold this over like so. This will come up like this, and you take the shield and it just kind of slots into this groove along the side here. And it won't hold in very well. Oh, plug this piece into here. So I keep forgetting that. At least I got it this time. So plug that together. Just close this all up. Like so. Hold up the back, and we're good. And then for him, what you want to do is you open this panel up, flip his feet up, close it down. Same thing over here. Pull the legs up like so. It's similar design to every Optimus you've ever transformed in your life. Clasp the legs a little bit. These will, then the legs will just tab together. Flip this piece all the way up. Flip this piece down. Flip the head in. Rotate this up. There you go. And you take the arms, fold them this way, and then they just fold up using those double hinges and just close up on themselves. And these will just rotate back. Rotate these back. They'll peg in together, and there's a, you got them pegged together, there's two little notches down here, here. They'll just kind of slide into the legs there and there. Like that. And you fold that down. Like so. Take this skirting here, fold this forward. Like that. Then you take the gun here, and you just unpeg it. And this piece here will slot into that piece there, and then that hole there will be filled by this plug right here. Oh, and then you take these little ankle guards and you fold them back like so. And there you have the front of the train. You take the back of the train, and this will just there's two pegs here and here that will plug into his feet down here. These slots up at the top. There and there. And then there's two slots right here and here. These pegs here. Here and here will plug into. It's hard to do it on camera, that's why I'm showing it off now. But you just take it and there you go. There is the Night Morpher Commander in train mode. And he also does come with two pieces of track. Annihilator did too. I don't know where those are, but these you can just plug these together. Like so. And you can take the whole train and just put it on the track, and there you go. It's pretty cool. I dig it. It's a pretty awesome little train. And it does roll. It doesn't roll very well on this surface because this surface is really smooth. But whatever. But yeah, that's really all there is to the train mode. Quick 360 here. There's the back. There's the other side. There's the front. I mean, it looks like a train. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to pause the video real quick because I'm at the 15-minute mark. And then we'll go back to robot mode and then do some scale. Okay, so go take him back to robot mode. You just split this whole section here off. Set that off to the side. Take the gun off. And this just folds up. Set that off to the side. Fold the legs down. Split them. And just extend them down. And just kind of rotate these wheels so they're just kind of out of your way. Split the skirting a little bit. Just make sure those legs are all the way up. Flip the ankle guards up. Open up this section here. This will fold down. I do question the logic of using clear plastic for these joints down here. That just seems silly. And this will just fold back down. It doesn't go back flush. I kind of wish it had another hinge, like right here, that can just fold in. And then it'll block in perfectly, but you know, this was their first outing. I can't really fault them for that. And then you split the arms here. This piece will come down, and then these pieces just you push forward. They're just on a little slider track, but you push them a little bit more forward, and they lock in, just like so. And that's one of the things that a lot of people had issues with, was that locking in. Some of them were so tight, but this guy just seems fine. I'm having no issues whatsoever. And pull the arms down. These will just slide down, rotate forward. And come on. Slide down, rotate forward. Flip the chest open, and you flip the head around. And it's getting caught on something. There it goes. And just close up the chest, plug it in, take the gun, and just plug it into his hand. And you're done. Except the hand keeps falling off. Like I said, I'll have to fix that. Maybe I'll just glue the hands in, because this guy, unlike the Annihilator, where the other hands are kind of cool to have with that sword, he doesn't have the sword, so it doesn't serve a purpose. And I don't like the lance anyway, so it's not like I need them. And I really like the head sculpt. Again, I know I showed this off with Annihilator, but come on, focus on the head. There we go. I love that head sculpt. It looks better on Annihilator, honestly, because it looks more menacing. But it does look pretty good. I do dig it. And it does have some great light piping. I mean, you can see that. Just glow blue. Dead blue. Dead blue. Dead blue. Dead. It's been a long day. So yeah, pretty cool. I do dig it. Now, for comparison, here he is next to the classic Seeker mold. And I think this actually scales really well with the Optimus, being shorter than Optimus. And here he is next to the Eye-Gear Seeker. And it no longer works, just because of how big the Eye-Gear Seekers are. yeah, that's just too big. They shouldn't be taller than Optimus. So getting those guys off the side here. Here he is next to Red Alert, my MP car of choice this time around. And he's about, I'd say almost a head taller. Just a hair under a head taller than a Masterpiece car. So it kind of works. And here he is next to the Springer mold. And he's about half a head shorter. Springer's about half a head shorter than the Optimus. So that kind of works. And then the last thing I'm going to show off. Here he is next to Annihilator. Obviously they're going to be the same height. No difference there. Just showing off the different color palettes here. We're going to move this out of the way here and zoom this out a little bit. And here they are with the Mastermind Creations Seekers. And they're all about a head shorter than him, as you can see. So that's a scale that pretty well works. So I mean, it's great when a toy company makes their figures in scale with one another and a proper scale with one another. I know the Cyclops is huge in comparison, but these guys are all working pretty well. So all in all, I think he's a really good figure. It really depends on your personal preference. I really like it, but I'm a fan of the old trains. I grew up with the old trains. I mean, I spent 2 summers helping my dad work on old trains that we have still running up here in Colorado, and so I spent summers sitting on this train, and it's this style old train, so I have a fondness of it. So I mean, if you like trains, then by all means pick them up. If you're a fan of the Hearts of Steel comics, then pick them up. If you're just one of those collectors that like to buy all the Optimuses that are out there, then yes, this guy is for you. If you can find him. I know my review's several years late on this. And it's unfortunate that the line itself is done. They had an interview with one of the MMC guys, and it sounds like it's on a permanent hiatus. And that's really unfortunate because I really like this line now, because I got all the Seekers, I got them. I'm going to try and find a Cyclops at some point just to finish out this particular line. And yeah, it's great. It's a great figure. It's a great line. I really dig it. They did a really good job, and I think this was their first release, and a lot of people were unimpressed with it. But my sample is just damn near perfect, aside from the hand sliding out. So all in all, I love the design. I love the overall look. I love the transformation, how it's not overly complicated. It's still satisfying once you get it done. I really like it, and it's unique in the world of third-party companies that are just doing the same thing as each other. It was unique, and that's what I really liked about it. So, all in all, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. I'll still say, if you want an interesting-looking character, get Annihilator. He could double as a Fallen figure, too. you know, if you're really needing a Fallen figure, he could double as a Fallen. Because he doesn't have that same teal that Nemesis does. He's got the bronze, which is more almost like fire. I mean, this really does look more like the Fallen now that I'm really looking at him today. But I mean, if you're looking for something like that, then perhaps this guy will be a better fit for you. If you're really into Optimus, then this guy's the better fit. And I think there's a Shattered Glass one, but I'm not even remotely interested in that. But I do recommend this figure. I think he's a really good figure. He's a fun toy, if you can find him. And I think he's just really fun, really good figure, and I do recommend him. So I guess question of the day is, what are your guys' thoughts on trains? Do you like the old-timey trains, or you like the newer time trains, or what have you? So yeah, I guess that's really all there is. So, Mastermind Creations, Night Morpher Comander, and I really wish they would have made that Insectatrain. Poor Insectatrain.